Welcome, dear friend. Tonight, there is nowhere you need to be. Nothing waiting to be finished. Nothing asking for your attention. For the next little while, you have only one gentle task: to rest. So before our journey begins, make yourself as comfortable as you can. Perhaps you're already lying beneath a warm blanket. Maybe your pillow feels soft beneath your head. Allow your hands to rest naturally. Let your shoulders become loose. Let your jaw relax. There is no need to hold on to the day anymore. Take one slow breath in, through your nose, feeling cool, fresh air gently filling your lungs. And now breathe out, slowly, softly, letting every little worry drift away. Again, breathe in, calm and steady, and breathe out, even more slowly this time. Feel yourself becoming just a little heavier, a little quieter, as though your whole body is gently sinking into comfort. One more peaceful breath, in and out. Very good. Now, imagine a quiet countryside at the end of a long summer day. The sky is covered with gentle gray clouds. A soft rain has been falling for hours. Not a storm. Just a calm, steady rain that washes the leaves, the flowers, and the old stone paths. The air smells wonderfully fresh. Rain-soaked grass, wet earth, wildflowers, and somewhere nearby, the comforting scent of wood smoke drifting from a chimney. A narrow country road stretches ahead. On either side, rolling green fields disappear into the mist. Wild daisies nod gently beneath tiny raindrops. Tall oak trees line the lane. Their branches meet high above, forming a leafy tunnel that shelters the road below. Every leaf glistens. Every branch quietly drips. The only sound is the peaceful rhythm of rain. Tap, 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 softly falling onto leaves. Tiny puddles. Old stone walls, and the roof of a little cottage waiting quietly at the end of the lane. You walk slowly along the path. There is no hurry. The rain feels cool upon your umbrella. Your boots make gentle little splashes through shallow puddles. A robin watches from the branch of an apple tree. It fluffs its feathers against the drizzle before disappearing into the hedge. Ahead, you finally see it. Grandma's cottage. Exactly as you remember it. Small, cozy, peaceful. Its stone walls have weathered many seasons. Climbing roses wrap themselves gently around the windows. Although tonight the flowers bow beneath tiny sparkling raindrops. Golden light glows warmly from every window. The little chimney sends thin ribbons of smoke curling peacefully into the rainy evening sky. Even before reaching the front gate, you can almost feel the warmth waiting inside. The little garden surrounding the cottage is blooming despite the rain. Lavender grows beside the front path. Its calming fragrance rises into the cool evening air. White daisies smile beneath silver droplets. Bright red geraniums rest in wooden flower boxes beneath every window. The vegetable garden nearby is full of beans, carrots, tomatoes, and fresh herbs, happily drinking the gentle rain. Tiny birds hop between the garden stones, searching for seeds before bedtime. A small wooden sign hangs beside the white gate. Its faded paint simply reads, "Welcome home." You smile softly. The gate opens with a familiar little creak. The stone path winds through the garden toward the cottage door. Tiny lanterns stand along the edge of the path. Their warm amber glow reflects gently inside every puddle. The rain continues falling. Never loudly. Only softly. As though it is quietly singing. You climb the little stone steps. Before you even knock, the front door slowly opens. There stands Grandma. She smiles the kind of smile that instantly makes every worry feel smaller. She wears her favorite knitted cardigan. The same blue apron she always wears while baking. silver hair gathered neatly behind her head. Kind eyes that seem to sparkle almost as warmly as the cottage windows. "Oh," she says gently. "I've been waiting for you." Her voice feels as warm as the fire inside. She steps aside. "Come in before the rain follows you inside." You close your umbrella and leave your boots beside the door. The moment you step inside, warmth wraps itself around you like the softest blanket. The cottage smells absolutely wonderful. Fresh bread, cinnamon, vanilla, wood smoke, chamomile tea, and something sweet slowly baking in the oven. Perhaps an apple pie, or maybe blackberry crumble. The scent alone makes you feel peaceful. The little hallway is filled with familiar treasures. Old wooden shelves hold tiny porcelain birds. Family photographs smile from weathered frames. A grandfather clock quietly ticks in the corner. Its gentle rhythm somehow makes the whole house feel alive. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Nothing rushes inside this cottage. Even time itself moves more gently here. Grandma hangs your coat carefully beside the door. A thick knitted scarf rests upon the wooden peg. She hands you a pair of soft wool slippers. They feel wonderfully warm, as though they had been waiting beside the fire just for you. You slip them on. The wooden floor beneath your feet is pleasantly warm, far warmer than the rainy evening outside. The rain taps softly against every window. Tiny drops slowly slide down the old glass. Beyond them, the garden looks even greener beneath the evening sky. Inside, everything glows with warm golden light. No bright electric lamps. Only table lamps with linen shades. Candles flickering quietly upon shelves. And the comforting orange glow of the fireplace waiting in the sitting room. You follow Grandma into the cozy living room. A cheerful fire dances inside the old stone fireplace. Its gentle crackling fills the room. Warm light flickers across the wooden ceiling beams. A large rocking chair sits beside the fire, covered with a thick patchwork quilt stitched together many years ago. Every square tells a quiet story. Little flowers, soft stars, tiny birds. Grandma settles into the chair with a peaceful sigh. The rocking chair moves slowly, back and forth, back and forth. Its gentle rhythm feels wonderfully calming. You choose the comfortable armchair beside the fireplace. A knitted blanket waits neatly folded across one arm. You pull it softly over your lap. Its wool feels warm, comfortable, familiar. Grandma places a small kettle upon the iron stove beside the fireplace. Soon, the quiet sound of warming water joins the music of the rain. Outside, the rain continues its peaceful rhythm. Inside, the fire softly crackles. The old clock quietly ticks. Everything blends together into one comforting melody. You notice little details that make the cottage feel so loved. A basket overflowing with colorful yarn. Half-finished knitting resting beside it. Tiny potted herbs growing happily upon the windowsill. Fresh lavender hanging upside down from wooden beams to dry. A sleepy orange cat curled into a perfect circle upon a thick woven rug. The cat opens one eye, looks at you for just a moment, then decides everything is peaceful enough to continue sleeping. Its gentle purring almost becomes part of the rain itself. Grandma smiles. "I've just taken a loaf of bread from the oven." She disappears into the kitchen for a moment. When she returns, she carries the most beautiful loaf of fresh country bread. Its golden crust still crackles softly from the heat. Steam rises gently into the room. The smell is rich, warm, comforting. Fresh butter slowly melts across a thick slice. Grandma places 2 small plates upon the table. Beside them, a tiny jar of homemade blackberry jam. made from berries picked just beyond the garden fence. You spread a little butter across the warm bread. It melts instantly. The first bite is soft inside, lightly crisp outside. Simple, perfect. Outside, the rain grows just a little heavier. Tiny streams begin running gently from the cottage roof. The sound becomes even softer somehow, like thousands of tiny fingertips dancing across the old wooden shingles. You take another slow breath. Notice how peaceful everything feels. The warmth of the fire, the smell of fresh bread, the gentle rain beyond the windows, the comforting glow of candlelight. There is nowhere else you need to be tonight. Only here, inside this little cottage, safe from the rain, wrapped in warmth. As evening settles gently over the countryside, Grandma smiles once again. "I think," she says softly, "it's almost time to make supper." She rises slowly from the rocking chair. The kettle begins to sing quietly. The fire glows warmly. And somewhere in the kitchen, the delicious aroma of herbs and homemade soup begins filling the little cottage. Outside, the rain keeps falling. Steady, gentle, peaceful, as if it plans to stay with you all evening long. Grandma smiles as she disappears into the little country kitchen. You follow quietly behind her. The kitchen feels like the warm heart of the cottage. Everything inside has been loved for many years. The wooden floor shines softly beneath the glow of hanging lanterns. Copper pots hang neatly from old wooden beams. Bundles of dried lavender, rosemary, thyme, and chamomile sway gently overhead. Their wonderful fragrance fills the room. Outside, the rain continues falling peacefully. Tiny drops dance across the windows. The sound blends perfectly with the gentle crackle of the fire still burning in the next room. Nothing feels rushed. Not even supper. Grandma ties her blue apron a little tighter. Then she smiles. Cooking always tastes better when someone cooks beside you. She places another apron into your hands. The fabric is soft from years of washing. It smells faintly of lavender soap. You slip it over your head. Immediately, it feels as though you've stepped into one of your happiest memories. The old wooden table stands in the center of the kitchen. Its surface carries tiny scratches made over countless family meals. Every mark tells a quiet story. One corner still has a little carved heart, perhaps made many years ago by someone who couldn't resist leaving behind a tiny piece of love. Grandma reaches for a large wooden bowl resting upon the shelf. She pours fresh flour into it. Soft white clouds rise gently before settling again. Next comes warm water, a pinch of sea salt, a spoonful of honey. Finally, she crumbles fresh yeast between her fingers. The tiny grains disappear into the warm mixture. She hands you a wooden spoon. "Would you like to stir?" You begin slowly, round and round. The spoon glides gently through the bowl. The dough begins coming together little by little. It moves slowly, patiently, never hurried. Grandma adds another handful of flour. Soon, the spoon becomes too heavy. Now it is time to use your hands. The dough feels wonderfully soft, warm beneath your fingertips. You gently fold it, turn it, press it, again and again. The steady rhythm feels almost like meditation. Outside, rain taps softly against the windows. Inside, the dough grows smoother with every gentle movement. Grandma hums a quiet tune. You don't recognize the melody, but somehow, it feels familiar, like something you've always known. When the dough is ready, she places it into a warm ceramic bowl. A clean linen towel covers the top. "It will rest for a while," she whispers. "Just like we all need to." The bowl is placed near the fireplace where the warmth can help the bread rise slowly. There is no need to watch it. Good things happen quietly. Grandma walks toward the pantry. She opens the old wooden door. Inside, shelves are filled with glass jars. Homemade strawberry jam, blackberry preserves, golden honey, pickled vegetables, dried herbs gathered from the garden. Everything is arranged neatly. Nothing wasted. Nothing forgotten. She chooses a basket filled with fresh vegetables. Carrots still carrying tiny traces of garden soil. Potatoes, leeks, celery, a handful of fresh parsley, a small onion. The vegetables rest quietly inside the basket as though they have been waiting all day for this very meal. A large cast iron pot is placed gently onto the stove. A little butter melts slowly inside. Its rich aroma fills the kitchen almost immediately. Grandma slices the onion. Its gentle sizzling begins the comforting music of supper. Soon, the carrots join it. Then celery. Then leeks. The vegetables soften slowly. Their sweet earthy fragrance mingles with butter and herbs. Nothing cooks quickly here. Everything is allowed the time it needs. Grandma pours homemade vegetable broth into the pot. A soft cloud of fragrant steam rises into the warm kitchen. Fresh thyme, bay leaves, a little rosemary. The herbs float gently upon the surface before slowly disappearing beneath the simmering soup. She places the lid on top. Tiny bubbles quietly begin their patient work. You both stand beside the stove for a moment, simply listening. The soup gently simmers. The rain softly falls. The old clock in the hallway continues its steady rhythm. Tick, tock, tick, tock. The entire cottage seems to breathe together. Grandma opens another cupboard. Inside waits a woven basket filled with bright red apples. She gently picks one up, then another. Soon 5 apples rest upon the table. Their skins shine beautifully beneath the warm kitchen light. "We'll make something sweet too," she says with a smile. You peel the apples together. The thin curls of peel fall softly onto the table. Grandma slices each apple into delicate pieces. They fill a round ceramic baking dish. A little brown sugar follows. Then cinnamon, nutmeg, a touch of vanilla. Finally, small pieces of cold butter are scattered across the top. The sweet aroma already begins filling the room before the pie even reaches the oven. Grandma prepares the pastry. Her hands move with quiet confidence, rolling the dough gently, never measuring, simply knowing. The pastry settles perfectly across the apples like a soft blanket. Tiny little leaves are cut from the leftover dough and placed across the top, each one shaped carefully, almost like little autumn leaves resting beneath the rain. The pie disappears into the warm oven. Soon, another comforting fragrance joins the kitchen. Warm apples, cinnamon, butter, pastry. The smell wraps itself around the whole cottage. Outside, the rain continues falling. Tiny streams now trickle gently from the roof into little puddles below. Beyond the windows, the garden glistens. Every flower sparkles beneath tiny silver droplets. A little robin hops beneath the apple tree, searching quietly for worms after the rain. The sleepy orange cat wanders into the kitchen. It stretches lazily, then curls itself into a basket beside the stove. The warmth quickly lulls it back to sleep. Its quiet purring becomes another peaceful sound inside the cottage. Grandma smiles again. "I think our tea is ready." She reaches for the old kettle. Steam curls gently from its spout. She opens a small wooden tea chest. Inside are dozens of tiny jars. Chamomile, peppermint, lavender, lemon balm, rose petals. Tonight, she chooses chamomile with a little lavender. The dried flowers fall softly into the teapot. Hot water follows. Immediately, their delicate fragrance fills the room. Fresh, floral, wonderfully calming. You each carry a warm cup to the little window seat. Rain slowly slides down the old glass. Beyond it, the countryside has become wonderfully misty. The fields fade gently into soft gray clouds. The world feels quiet, hidden, safe. You wrap both hands around your cup. Its warmth spreads through your fingers. The tea tastes gentle, lightly sweet, almost like drinking comfort itself. For a while, neither of you says very much. There is no need. Some evenings are happiest when shared in peaceful silence. The fire crackles softly from the next room. The soup continues simmering. The bread slowly rises beneath its linen cloth. The apple pie fills the cottage with warmth. Everything is exactly as it should be. Grandma eventually stands once more. She lifts the linen towel from the bread. The dough has doubled in size. It looks soft, light, ready. She gently shapes it into a round country loaf. With a sharp little knife, she cuts a simple cross across the top, then places it carefully into the hot oven. Soon, the rich smell of fresh bread joins the cinnamon apples. The two wonderful aromas mingle together until every corner of the cottage feels warm enough to hug. Outside, the rain grows just a little heavier. Tap, tap, tap. It falls upon the roof, the windows, the garden, the little stone path leading to the front gate. Inside, the fire glows brighter. The soup gently bubbles. The tea warms your hands. The cat continues purring peacefully. And Grandma smiles as she quietly stirs the soup one last time. Supper, she whispers, is almost ready. The cottage glows like a tiny lantern in the middle of the rainy countryside. Safe, warm, filled with love. And as the comforting smells drift through every room, you realize there is no place in the world that feels quite as peaceful as Grandma's little cottage on a rainy evening. The comforting aroma of fresh bread slowly fills every corner of the cottage. Grandma opens the oven door carefully. A cloud of warm, fragrant steam drifts into the kitchen. The loaf has turned a beautiful golden brown. Its crust crackles softly as she lifts it onto a wooden cooling rack. The sound is small, gentle, almost like the quiet whisper of the fire. She smiles with quiet satisfaction. There we are. The bread rests peacefully while the soup finishes its slow simmer. Outside, the rain continues falling with the same calm rhythm. Tap, tap, tap. Each raindrop seems to find its own little place upon the roof. The windows glow warmly against the dark countryside. Inside, everything feels wonderfully safe. Grandma opens the soup pot. The rich scent of vegetables, herbs, and warm broth rises into the air. She stirs slowly with a wooden spoon. The carrots have become perfectly tender. The potatoes are soft. Tiny green leaves of parsley float gently across the creamy surface. She sprinkles one last handful of fresh herbs over the soup. Their bright green color makes the whole pot look even more comforting. The old wooden table is already waiting. Grandma spreads a soft linen tablecloth across it. Its edges are embroidered with tiny blue flowers stitched by hand many years ago. You gently place two simple ceramic bowls upon the cloth, two sturdy mugs, two wooden spoons, a little butter dish, a small jar of blackberry jam, a candle in the center of the table. Grandma lights it with a tiny match. The flame flickers gently. Its warm glow dances across the polished wood. Nothing about the table is fancy. Yet somehow, it feels more welcoming than the grandest dining room. Everything has been chosen with care. Everything belongs. The rain sings quietly outside. The fire crackles softly in the next room. The old clock continues its peaceful heartbeat. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Grandma fills each bowl with steaming soup. The rich golden broth glows beneath the candlelight. Steam curls upward in graceful little spirals. She slices the fresh bread. The knife passes easily through the crisp crust. Inside, the bread is wonderfully soft, warm, light. Tiny wisps of steam rise from every slice. You spread a little butter across the bread. It melts instantly into the warm crumb. The first bite is comforting beyond words. Simple ingredients, patiently prepared, shared together. Sometimes, those are the finest meals of all. You lift your spoon. The soup is smooth and creamy. Gentle flavors of carrots, leeks, potatoes, and herbs blend together perfectly. Every spoonful carries quiet warmth. You eat slowly. There is no reason to hurry. The rain isn't going anywhere. Neither is the evening. Grandma smiles as she watches the rain through the kitchen window. "You know," she says softly, "I've always loved rainy evenings." She folds her hands around her mug of tea. They remind the whole world to slow down. You listen quietly. Her voice carries the same calm rhythm as the rain itself. "When I was little," she begins, "my grandmother had a cottage very much like this one." She smiles at the memory. Whenever it rained, we would light candles instead of turning on bright lamps. She said soft light helped the heart feel peaceful. Grandma looks around the room. Only the warm lamps, the candle, the fire. She smiles. I suppose I've always believed she was right. Outside, the rain becomes just a little steadier. Water trickles gently from the roof into the old stone birdbath. Tiny ripples spread across its surface. The little garden beyond the window glistens beneath every raindrop. The lavender bows gently beneath the weight of tiny silver droplets. A pair of sparrows flutter beneath the porch roof. Safe from the rain. You finish your soup. The bowl leaves behind only the comforting scent of herbs. Grandma rises quietly. "I think," she says, "it's time for dessert." She opens the oven once more. The apple pie is ready. Its golden crust shines beautifully. Tiny bubbles of sweet apple filling gently peek through the little pastry leaves. The scent of cinnamon fills the cottage once again. Warm apples, butter, vanilla, a hint of nutmeg. The whole house seems to sigh happily. Grandma lets the pie cool for just a few minutes. Then she cuts 2 generous slices. Each piece is placed carefully onto a little blue plate. Beside it, she adds a spoonful of fresh cream. The cream slowly melts against the warm pie. You carry your plates into the sitting room. The fireplace has become even more inviting. Golden flames dance lazily across the stacked cedar logs. Occasionally, a tiny spark rises before disappearing into the chimney. The warmth fills the entire room. The rocking chair waits beside the fire. Grandma settles into it once more. Slowly, it begins moving. Back and forth. Back and forth. Its familiar rhythm blends beautifully with the sound of falling rain. You curl comfortably into the armchair nearby. The knitted blanket rests across your legs. The warm pie fills your hands. You take one slow bite. The apples are perfectly soft. The cinnamon is gentle. The buttery pastry melts almost effortlessly. Outside, the rain softly washes the garden. Inside, the fire fills the room with dancing amber light. Everything feels wonderfully peaceful. The sleepy orange cat stretches lazily. It jumps onto Grandma's lap without asking permission. She laughs quietly. I suppose someone else enjoys rainy evenings too. The cat circles twice. then settles comfortably. Its gentle purring soon joins the peaceful sounds filling the cottage. For a while, no one speaks. There is no silence to fill, only quiet moments to enjoy. You listen. Rain upon the roof, firewood softly crackling, the steady ticking of the old clock, the rocking chair gently moving, the cat purring. Every sound wraps around you like another warm blanket. Grandma reaches toward a small wooden shelf beside the fireplace. She picks up a worn leather photo album. The corners have softened with age. The pages carry the scent of old paper and cedar wood. She opens it carefully. Inside are photographs from many years ago. Black and white pictures of family picnics beneath giant oak trees. Children chasing butterflies through summer fields. Snow-covered Christmas mornings. Harvest festivals. Spring gardens blooming after gentle rains. Every photograph carries quiet happiness. No grand adventures. Only simple days shared together. Grandma smiles as she turns each page. I don't remember every single day, she says softly. But I remember how they felt. She gently touches one faded photograph. It wasn't the big moments that stayed with me. She looks toward the fire. It was evenings like this. The smell of fresh bread. The sound of rain. A warm fire. A cup of tea. And knowing everyone I loved was nearby. Her words drift through the room like the soft smoke rising from the fireplace. Comforting, gentle, true. You notice how peaceful the cottage feels. Nothing here asks you to hurry. Nothing demands your attention. The rain simply continues. The fire continues burning. The old clock continues counting quiet moments. Outside, night settles completely over the countryside. The windows have become dark mirrors reflecting the warm room behind you. Tiny raindrops continue tracing delicate paths down the old glass. The garden beyond has disappeared into soft darkness. Only the lantern beside the front gate still glows faintly. Its golden light shines through the rain like a tiny star. Grandma quietly closes the photo album. She places it back upon the shelf. The fire has settled into glowing orange embers. The room grows even cozier. She smiles gently. I think it's almost time for another cup of tea. You both rise slowly. Not because the evening is ending, but because it is unfolding exactly as rainy evenings should. Unhurried, peaceful, comfortable. The kettle begins warming once more. Outside, the steady rain continues its beautiful lullaby. Inside Grandma's little cottage, warmth, candlelight, and quiet companionship make the world feel wonderfully small. And as the evening grows deeper, you find yourself relaxing more with every gentle breath, every crackle of the fire, and every peaceful raindrop falling upon the roof. The last crumbs of warm apple pie disappear from your little plate. The fire has settled into glowing orange embers. Only every now and then, a cedar log gives a quiet little crackle. Outside, the rain continues with the same gentle rhythm, never rushing, never stopping, only softly whispering against the cottage roof. Grandma smiles as she gathers the empty cups. I think, she says softly, the garden will be especially beautiful after all this rain. She places a kettle back onto the stove. We'll make another pot of tea. But first, let's visit the porch. You wrap the knitted blanket a little closer around your shoulders. The warmth follows you as you walk toward the back door. Grandma opens it slowly. Cool evening air greets you immediately. Fresh, clean, filled with the wonderful scent of rain-soaked earth. The covered porch stretches across the back of the cottage. Its old wooden floorboards shine softly beneath tiny drops carried by the breeze. A pair of rocking chairs waits quietly beside a small round table. Several lanterns glow with warm amber light. Their gentle reflections shimmer across the wet floorboards. The rain falls just beyond the porch roof, tiny silver threads drifting through the evening air. You sit beside Grandma. The rocking chair begins its slow, comforting rhythm. Back and forth, back and forth. Before you, the little cottage garden looks almost magical. Every flower sparkles beneath hundreds of tiny raindrops. The lavender bushes bow gently. Each purple blossom carries delicate crystals of water. White daisies lift their cheerful faces toward the soft rain. The herb garden seems greener than ever. Mint, rosemary, sage, thyme. Their fresh fragrance drifts quietly through the cool air. Beyond the garden, rolling green fields disappear into the gentle mist. The old stone fence is covered with soft moss. Little puddles have gathered between the weathered stones. Each one reflects the warm lantern light from the porch. A tiny robin lands on the bird bath. It shakes the rain from its feathers, then takes a quick drink before flying away once more. The world feels wonderfully alive, yet wonderfully quiet. Grandma closes her eyes for a moment. She breathes deeply. "Can you smell that?" she asks with a smile. The rain always wakes the garden. You breathe in slowly. The air carries so many gentle scents. Fresh grass, wet wood, lavender, mint, the rich earth beneath the flower beds. And somewhere, the sweet fragrance of blooming jasmine climbing along the porch railing. Every breath feels calm, refreshing, healing. Far across the fields, you hear the quiet sound of sheep bells. Soft, distant, almost carried away by the rain itself. A few sleepy chickens settle inside their little coop near the vegetable garden. Their quiet clucking slowly fades into silence. Even they seem ready for bed. The rain becomes slightly lighter. Instead of steady drops, it now falls in tiny shimmering mist. The clouds slowly begin to part, just enough for a pale silver moon to peek through. Its soft light touches the wet garden. Suddenly, every raindrop begins sparkling like tiny stars. The whole garden glows. Not brightly, only gently, as though the moon itself has quietly stepped into every flower. Grandma stands. "I think we can gather a few herbs." She picks up a little woven basket hanging beside the porch door. You follow her slowly into the garden. The rain has almost stopped now. Only tiny droplets continue falling from the branches overhead. The stone path feels cool beneath your slippers. Little puddles reflect both the moon and the cottage windows glowing warmly behind you. Grandma kneels beside the herb garden. She gently touches each plant before picking only a few leaves. Fresh mint, lemon balm, a little chamomile, several sprigs of lavender. She places them carefully into the basket. "Only what we need," she whispers. "The garden likes to keep most of its treasures." You smile. Everything here is treated with kindness, even the smallest flower. Nearby, a tiny snail slowly makes its evening journey across a wet stone. Its little shell shines beneath the moonlight. A butterfly sleeps beneath a broad green leaf, its wings folded peacefully together. Fireflies begin appearing above the grass. First one, then another. Soon, tiny golden lights drift lazily through the garden, floating silently among the flowers. Their gentle glow mixes with the lanterns and moonlight until the whole evening feels wonderfully enchanted. You remain very still, watching them dance. No hurry, no destination, only peaceful little lights moving through the night. Grandma quietly reaches for your hand. "Beautiful, isn't it?" You simply nod. Words somehow feel unnecessary. The evening already says everything. Soon, You both return inside. The warm cottage welcomes you once again. The cool evening air slowly gives way to comforting warmth. Grandma places the fresh herbs into the teapot. Steam rises as hot water gently pours over them. Immediately, the kitchen fills with a soothing fragrance. Fresh mint, lavender, chamomile, lemon balm. The scent feels soft enough to slow every thought. You each carry another warm mug into the sitting room. The fire has been fed with one fresh cedar log. Golden flames begin dancing once again. The orange cat stretches lazily before claiming its favorite place on the woven rug. Grandma opens an old wooden chest resting beside the fireplace. Inside, beautiful handmade quilts are folded neatly. Every quilt is different. One is stitched with tiny stars. Another with little flowers. One is made from soft shades of blue and cream. She carefully lifts out her favorite. This one, she smiles, I made many winters ago. The quilt feels wonderfully soft. Tiny stitches run across every square. Some pieces are made from old dresses. Others from favorite shirts. Some from curtains that once hung in this very cottage. Every patch carries a memory. Grandma gently spreads the quilt across both your knees. Its comforting weight settles softly around you, like a warm embrace. Outside, the rain begins once again. Not heavily, only enough to create that familiar rhythm upon the roof. Tap, tap, tap. The sound joins the crackling fire, the ticking clock, the quiet purring cat. Everything inside the cottage moves more slowly now. The evening has reached its calmest hour. You sip your warm tea. The herbs taste fresh, gentle, comforting. Every sip seems to melt away another little piece of the day. Grandma quietly begins knitting. The needles click softly together. Click, click, click. Steady, peaceful. She doesn't speak. Neither do you. The silence feels full, not empty. Outside, mist slowly rises from the rain-soaked fields. The cottage windows glow like tiny lanterns against the dark countryside. Inside, warm light dances gently across the wooden walls. The old clock quietly reminds you that time is passing. Yet somehow, it no longer matters. There are no appointments here. No rushing. No lists waiting to be finished. Only this quiet room. This gentle rain. This warm fire. And the peaceful company of someone who makes every place feel like home. Your eyelids begin feeling pleasantly heavy. The warmth of the quilt. The gentle rocking of the chair. The soft rain. Everything invites you to rest just a little more deeply. Grandma looks up from her knitting and smiles. I think the rain has decided to stay with us all night. You listen carefully. She is right. The rain continues its quiet lullaby upon the cottage roof. Steady, gentle, comforting. Exactly the kind of rain that makes sleep come easily. Grandma places another log onto the fire. Tiny sparks rise for just a moment before disappearing into the chimney. She gently folds her knitting into a basket. Then she smiles warmly. It's getting late. Shall we make the upstairs bedroom cozy for the night? You finish the last warm sip of herbal tea. The fire glows softly behind you. The rain continues whispering outside. And together, you slowly make your way toward the old wooden staircase, where the quietest, coziest part of the evening is waiting. The cottage has grown wonderfully quiet. The fire still glows gently downstairs. The old clock continues its peaceful rhythm. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Outside, the rain softly kisses the windows. The countryside has settled into complete stillness. Grandma picks up a small brass candle lantern from the hallway table. Its warm golden flame flickers gently behind the glass. Without saying a word, She smiles and begins walking toward the staircase. You follow slowly behind her. The old wooden steps creak softly beneath your feet, not loudly. Only the gentle sounds of a house that has welcomed generations home. Each step feels familiar. Each one polished smooth by many years of quiet evenings just like this. The lantern paints warm circles of light across the wooden walls. Family photographs line the staircase. Children smiling in old black and white pictures. Summer picnics beside rivers. Snow-covered Christmas mornings. A little girl standing proudly beside a basket of freshly picked apples. Grandma pauses for a moment. She smiles at one photograph. That was me. She laughs quietly. I must have been about 8. Her smile grows even softer. I remember that rain. You both continue climbing. The hallway upstairs feels peaceful. The ceiling slopes gently beneath the old roof. Tiny wooden beams stretch overhead. Everything smells faintly of cedar wood, lavender, and clean linen. Several bedroom doors stand slightly open. Each room glows with soft amber light. Grandma gently opens one of them. This one has always been my favorite. You step inside. The room feels like something from a peaceful dream. A large wooden bed rests beneath the sloping roof. Its carved headboard is decorated with tiny wildflowers and oak leaves. The mattress looks wonderfully soft. Layer upon layer of handmade quilts rest neatly across the bed. Cream, soft blue, warm beige, each one stitched lovingly by hand. Several fluffy pillows wait at the head of the bed. Their cotton covers smell faintly of lavender that has dried inside the linen cupboard all summer long. Beside the bed, a little wooden table holds a single candle. Its flame dances gently. An old storybook. A pair of reading glasses. A tiny vase holding freshly picked daisies. Everything feels beautifully simple. The rain taps softly against the slanted roof overhead. Here, the sound is even more comforting. Tiny raindrops create a gentle rhythm above you. Tap, 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 almost like the softest lullaby. The small window looks out across the countryside. Beyond the glass, the fields are hidden beneath silver mist. Only the cottage garden remains visible. Its lanterns glow warmly among the flowers. Raindrops sparkle beneath the moonlight. Far beyond, only peaceful darkness. Grandma opens the window just a little. Cool evening air slips quietly into the room. It carries the scent of rain-soaked grass, pine trees, wet earth, lavender. Somewhere, an owl calls softly from the woods. Just once. Then silence returns. The fresh air feels wonderfully calming. Not cold. Only cool enough to make the warm room feel even cozier. Grandma closes the window again. The rain continues singing softly upon the roof. She walks toward an old wooden wardrobe. Its polished doors shine gently beneath the candlelight. Inside, everything is folded with loving care. Soft cotton nightclothes, wool blankets, fresh towels, bundles of dried lavender tucked neatly between the shelves. She smiles. My grandmother always placed lavender in the cupboards. She gently hands you the softest cotton sleep shirt. The fabric feels wonderfully smooth, freshly washed, sun-dried, comfortable. Soon, you are wrapped in soft, cozy clothes perfect for a rainy night. Grandma quietly folds your daytime clothes onto a little wooden chair beside the bed. Nothing is rushed. Every movement feels gentle, almost like another bedtime story. She reaches toward a woven basket resting near the fireplace in the corner of the room. Inside are warm hot water bottles covered with knitted wool sleeves. She carries one carefully, then slides it beneath the blankets near the foot of the bed. There. She smiles. Your feet will stay warm all night. You place your hand beneath the quilt. The gentle warmth already spreads through the blankets. It feels wonderfully comforting. The room itself seems to breathe peacefully. The candle flickers. Rain whispers overhead. The wooden walls softly settle as old cottages sometimes do. Every sound reminds you that this house is alive, safe, welcoming. Grandma pulls back the quilts. The bed looks impossibly inviting. The soft mattress gently sinks as you sit down. The quilts are pleasantly heavy. Not too much. Just enough to make you feel held. Protected. Comfortable. She places another little pillow behind your back. There, she whispers. Perfect. You smile. Everything feels perfect. Grandma sits beside the window for a moment in her little rocking chair. She doesn't rock very much. Only enough to create the gentlest movement. Back and forth. Back and forth. The rain becomes slightly steadier once again. Tiny drops dance across the roof. Some slide quietly down the window glass. Others gather beneath the old gutters before falling into the flower beds below. The sound wraps around the cottage like a soft blanket. Grandma reaches for the little storybook resting beside the candle. Its leather cover is worn smooth. The pages have turned a soft golden color with time. She opens it carefully. Not to read a grand adventure. Only a few quiet lines of poetry that she has loved for many years. Her voice is warm, gentle, slow. She reads about rain falling across peaceful gardens. About old trees standing patiently beneath moonlight. About birds sleeping safely beneath their wings. About tiny cottages glowing warmly while the countryside dreams. Her words drift through the room as softly as the rain itself. There is no excitement, no mystery, only calm, only comfort. When she finishes, she closes the book quietly. Neither of you speaks for a little while. The silence feels wonderfully peaceful. The candle burns steadily. The rain continues. Your breathing has become slower now, gentler. You feel the warmth of the bed beneath you, the softness of the pillows supporting your head, the comforting weight of Grandma's handmade quilts resting across your body. Everything invites you to let go. Take one slow breath in. Notice the faint scent of lavender, fresh linen, cedar wood, warm beeswax from the candle. Now breathe out slowly. Allow every muscle to soften. Your shoulders become heavy. Your hands rest comfortably. Your legs feel relaxed beneath the blankets. Again, breathe in, slowly, and breathe out, letting the peaceful sound of the rain carry away any thoughts that still remain. Outside, the garden has become a silver watercolor beneath the moonlight. Fireflies drift lazily among the wet flowers. The little lantern beside the front gate still glows. Its warm light reflects gently in the puddles. Somewhere downstairs, the orange cat has curled itself beside the dying fire. The last cedar log quietly glows. The old clock continues keeping gentle company. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Grandma stands quietly. She walks toward the bedside table. With one gentle breath, she blows out the candle. The room becomes beautifully dim. Only moonlight and the soft glow from the hallway remain. The rain sounds even closer now, as though the whole cottage is floating beneath a peaceful cloud. Grandma smiles in the doorway. Sleep well. I'll be downstairs if you need anything. She gently closes the bedroom door. Not completely. Just enough to leave a tiny line of warm golden light shining into the room. You settle a little deeper beneath the quilts. The hot water bottle keeps your feet wonderfully warm. The pillows cradle your head. The rain sings steadily overhead. There is nowhere else you need to be. Nothing left to do. Only rest. Only breathe. Only listen to the gentle rain falling upon Grandma's little cottage. And as your eyelids grow heavier, the quietest part of the night begins, where dreams arrive as softly as raindrops, and sleep waits patiently beside the warm glow of a peaceful home. The bedroom has become wonderfully still. The candle has gone out. Only the soft silver glow of the moon slips gently through the curtains. Outside, the rain continues falling. Not heavily, not lightly, just enough to wrap the little cottage in its peaceful lullaby. Tap, 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 tiny drops land upon the old roof. Some gather along the wooden gutters before quietly falling into the flower garden below. Others slide slowly across the bedroom window. Every sound is gentle. Every sound belongs. You sink a little deeper beneath Grandma's handmade quilts. They feel warm and pleasantly heavy. The cotton sheets are cool and crisp. The lavender tucked inside the pillowcase carries the faintest calming fragrance. Your head rests comfortably. Your hands grow warm beneath the blankets. Your breathing has become slow, easy, natural. There is nowhere to go now. Nothing left to finish. Only this quiet room. Only this peaceful night. Only the comforting sound of rain. Far below, somewhere downstairs, the old grandfather clock continues keeping watch over the sleeping cottage. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Its steady rhythm somehow feels reassuring. It reminds you that the night has all the time it needs. The fire downstairs has settled into glowing embers. The last cedar log gives an occasional gentle crackle. Tiny orange sparks glow for just a moment before fading quietly into the darkness. The warmth still rises slowly through the stone chimney, keeping every room comfortable, keeping every corner of the little cottage cozy. The orange cat remains curled tightly upon the woven rug. Its soft breathing matches the rhythm of the fire. Its tiny paws twitch now and then as peaceful dreams drift through its sleep. The rocking chair beside the fireplace has finally become still. Grandma has gone to bed. Her knitting rests neatly inside its basket. The teacups have been washed and left to dry beside the kitchen window. The loaf of fresh bread waits beneath a clean linen cloth for tomorrow's breakfast. The apple pie sits safely inside its ceramic dish. The kettle rests quietly upon the stove. Everything has found its place. Outside, the rain gently washes the garden once more. The lavender drinks happily beneath the cool drops. Tiny beads of water cling to every rose petal. The herbs release their calming fragrance into the night air. Mint, chamomile, rosemary, lemon balm. The little stone path leading to the front gate glistens beneath the moonlight. Puddles shimmer softly like little mirrors. The lantern near the gate continues glowing. Its golden light reaches only a few gentle feet into the darkness. Beyond that, the countryside belongs entirely to the night. The fields rest beneath silver mist. The old oak trees stand quietly. Their branches barely move. Every now and then, a tiny breeze passes through the leaves. They whisper softly together before becoming still once again. Somewhere beyond the hills, a little stream continues flowing over smooth stones. Its quiet song blends beautifully with the rain. Farther away, an owl softly calls once. Then silence returns. Everything feels perfectly peaceful. Take another slow breath. In. Slowly. Comfortably. Now breathe out, letting every remaining thought drift away. Imagine the rain gently washing your mind clean. Every drop carries away another small worry, another unfinished thought, another busy moment from the day. They disappear into the quiet earth, leaving only calm behind. Feel the mattress supporting every part of your body. Notice how heavy your legs have become, how comfortably relaxed your shoulders feel. Your arms rest naturally. Your hands are warm. Your forehead smooth. Your jaw completely relaxed. Every breath carries you a little deeper into comfort. Outside, the rain begins growing even softer, almost like a whisper now. Tiny droplets fall from the roof into the flower beds below. Drip, drip, drip. The rhythm becomes slower, gentler. The clouds slowly begin to thin. A few stars quietly appear above the cottage. Not many. Only enough to sprinkle the sky with tiny points of silver light. The moon slips free from behind the last drifting cloud. Its gentle glow spreads across the countryside. The wet garden sparkles. Every leaf becomes a tiny mirror. Every flower catches a little moonlight. The fireflies have settled among the lavender. Their tiny lights blink slowly, like sleepy stars resting close to the earth. Hours seem to pass without anyone noticing. The cottage sleeps peacefully. The rain comes and goes in gentle waves. Sometimes a little stronger. Sometimes only the faintest mist. Each change feels soft, natural, comforting. Inside your room, the warm quilts never lose their comforting weight. The lavender pillow continues to cradle your head. The fresh country air lingers gently inside the room. Everything invites you to rest even more deeply. Somewhere downstairs, the old clock quietly announces another hour. Its chime is soft, never startling. Only a gentle reminder that the night is unfolding exactly as it should. You barely hear it. Your mind has become wonderfully quiet now. Thoughts drift slowly, like little clouds crossing a peaceful sky. There is nothing to solve, nothing to remember. Only breathing, only resting, only listening. Outside, the first signs of morning begin almost too quietly to notice. The eastern horizon becomes just a little lighter. Not bright, only a gentle silver blue. The rain finally slows to a delicate drizzle. Tiny drops continue slipping from the leaves. The air smells wonderfully fresh. The whole countryside has been washed clean. A robin is the first to wake. Its cheerful song floats gently through the open fields. Another bird answers nearby. Soon, a few more quiet melodies join together. Nothing loud, only the peaceful beginning of a new day. The cottage remains asleep. Grandma still dreams beneath her own handmade quilt. The orange cat stretches lazily beside the fireplace. The embers have become soft gray ash. Only one tiny orange glow remains. The kettle waits quietly for another morning cup of tea. Fresh bread still rests beneath its linen cloth. The apple pie waits patiently for breakfast. The rocking chair stands peacefully beside the window, ready for another rainy evening. Another gentle story. Another quiet cup of tea. The little cottage has welcomed countless mornings like this, and it will welcome many more. Whenever life feels hurried, whenever the world feels just a little too noisy, this cottage will still be here, waiting beside its flower garden, its windows glowing warmly, its chimney sending gentle curls of smoke into the evening sky, its little kitchen smelling of fresh bread and cinnamon, its fireplace crackling softly, its quilts folded neatly at the end of the bed, its rain singing quietly upon the roof, and Grandma, with her kind smile, always ready to welcome you home. Whenever you need rest, whenever you need comfort, whenever you simply need a peaceful place where time slows down, this little cottage will always be waiting. Now, allow your breathing to become even slower, even softer. Breathe in, very gently, and breathe out, letting yourself sink completely into the warmth beneath you. Again, in and out. The rain has almost become part of your breathing now. Slow, steady, peaceful. Imagine yourself drifting deeper into the soft mattress. The quilts holding you gently. The lavender surrounding you. The fresh country air filling the room. The quiet sounds of the countryside watching over your sleep. There is nothing more to do. No more places to visit tonight. Only peaceful dreams waiting quietly beyond this moment. If this cozy evening brought you comfort, I'd love to welcome you back to Moonlit Sleep Stories for another gentle journey. Perhaps next time we'll spend the night in a cozy mountain cabin beneath falling snow. Drift peacefully along a moonlit canal. Walk beside a quiet sea under the stars. Or visit another hidden place where warm light, gentle rain, and peaceful dreams are always waiting. If these stories help you relax and sleep more peacefully, you can support the channel by liking the video, subscribing, and turning on notifications so you never miss another calming bedtime journey. Now, there's nothing more to think about. Nothing more to imagine. Only the quiet rhythm of rain. The comforting warmth of Grandma's cottage. The gentle scent of lavender. The memory of fresh bread cooling on the kitchen table. The soft glow of lanterns shining through rainy windows. And the feeling of being completely safe. Completely warm. Completely at peace. May your dreams be as gentle as rain falling on an old cottage roof. May they be as warm as a crackling fireplace. As comforting as Grandma's handmade quilt. As peaceful as a countryside wrapped in mist. Close your eyes. Relax every muscle. Let the rain carry you. Let the cottage watch over you. And drift slowly, softly, peacefully, into the deepest, most restful sleep. Good night, dear friend. Sleep well. And whenever your heart longs for a quiet place to rest, Grandma's little cottage will always have a warm light waiting for you.